Hi there, I have a first line Friday for you. So what I find is that if you've got your first line, then you can much more easily start writing for the day. This can help you just do some practice writing, practice out with different storylines, different ideas that you may have. Try out creating a different scene or a different kind of character or something to that effect. Or it can just kind of break you out of a rut. If you've been trying to do the same thing over and over again and it's just not happening, it's just not working, it's become kind of stale, trying to do something really different can sometimes revive your creativity and help you to get going again. So what I have for you here are two lines. These are two that would be for separate stories, and these are the first lines that you would use for those stories. Now, of course, these can be used for memoir nonfiction pieces. These could be used for creative nonfiction pieces, which use some creativity, some nonfiction, where you're combining that nonfiction and fiction. These could be used for fully fictional pieces, or you don't even have to create a whole piece. Maybe you're just creating a setting, or maybe you're just creating a character, or just creating the setup for a story. It doesn't even have to be a whole story. That's one of the things that's wonderful about getting in and doing that regular practice with your writing, is just going in and trying out creating a part of a story. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. As well with these, you don't even have to create a story. It could be a poem that you end up doing, or it could be just a snapshot or just a description, or it could even end up changing into being just dialogue, of where you could take this and completely leave out the exposition altogether and go with a dialogue piece. Certainly that can work as well. So here's the first of the two pieces that I have for you today. I have never been a drinker, but, and then you fill in the rest there. I have never been a drinker, but, and I took this one, I borrowed this one. This is altered from Hemingway. There's a letter that Hemingway wrote, and the line starts off where he says, you know, I've never been a drunk or a heavy drinker. And I thought, well, that's interesting, because I think we have different definitions of that, Ernest. But yeah, you can take that line and then you can create that setup. I have never been a drinker, but this could be the thought process that a character is thinking about. It doesn't even have to be said out loud. Or this could be a statement. Or this could be a lie. Maybe this is something that a character is saying and they're intentionally lying to another character, or maybe intentionally lying to themselves, or maybe this is an excuse. Or maybe they're in court and that this is something that a defendant is saying to the judge, or something to that effect, right? So you could use this in many different places. I've never been a drinker, but, okay? So that's our first one. And the second one is a nice setup. It really gives us this nice setup for a story so that we can then build a story upon it. Every morning she followed the same routine. Every morning she followed the same routine. So now everything's open, right? You can create anything on top of that foundation. You can jump straight into dialogue, or this could be dialogue. This could be a police detective who's talking to an investigator or something like this, about a person that they're following, or a murder that they're investigating, or something to that effect. This could be someone talking about their grandmother. Every morning she followed the same routine. She got up and made super strong coffee in her French press, or something to that effect, right? You can do anything that you want to, anything, any direction that this takes you. Every morning she followed the same routine. So now you've got these two first lines to get you started. I have never been a drinker, but, and every morning she followed the same routine. So go ahead and start writing. Let's see what you can create for today. And I hope that this helps you. I hope it gets you started. Hope it gets you some words on the page. Good luck with your writing.